Tony, it looks like on this lineup you switched Craig and Berkman right and left field. Could you just talk about that?
Well, I can take a minute. It's my tribute to Moneyball. I'm not a big Moneyball fan. It has its little place, doesn't have a big place. So what we do is we take the square footage between the right field line and the center field and the square footage from left field to center field, divide that by pi, and we multiply by bullshit. And then we pick the dugout, the field that's closest to the dugout, and that's where Lance plays.
Next question.
And that's almost always true. Some places there may be if it's spacious, probably not good. Here it's closer to the dugout, that's where he plays. Real analytical.
Next question for Tony, again to the right.
Tony, I know you've talked about this in the past, but with Jackson going tomorrow, could you just talk about that trade and how that's impacted your team here?
Well, I remember at the time, if you just looked at what it did to our club, we were better on paper. And then for a while, the wins were not there, so people were scratching their heads. But you added a quality starter and enabled us to move Kyle to the bullpen, and you had Dotel and you had Rybczynski, and all of a sudden our bullpen was deeper and better. And then that was the first trade. Then of course you get Cal and you get Arthur, but Corey was a useful player. So it just big part of that was Edwin, and he's very talented. He's in a great place in his career because now he's got a ton of experience. He's still young and his stuff's alive. So when he commands, he's tough to hit.
Has he done even better than you thought he was going to do when you got him?
No, we thought he was going to be good, and he's been really good.
And to the far right.
Tony, I apologize. You just touched on a little bit of this. You've seen Edwin at various points of his development with the Dodgers, with the D-backs, and certainly where he's at now. Any dramatic gains between any of those stops or to what we see now as a relatively finished product?
We had the ability to see him when he first broke in. We were training in Florida, so we'd go over to Vero, and I remember the first time I saw him pitch against him. Wow! And then I saw his age, and because of his talent, and they had a need, they promoted him very quickly. And so he got up as a thrower, and every year that he's pitched, he gets more of an idea. And we didn't really know. We heard some good things about him from Chicago and from Arizona, but I remember after Dave Duncan sat down with him, he came away very impressed at his knowledge of the art of pitching, about what the delivery is supposed to be, and we know he's an athletic guy who's very competitive. So I just think experience is a great equalizer, and he's got some nice experience, and he's going to get better.
And to the left.
Tony, to clarify, is Matt available to pinch hit today?
My understanding, he is available to pinch hit.
And right here in front, Joe.
Tony, how would you quantify how Matt is better? I mean, is he able to take BP before the game today, or can he do anything today that he wasn't able to do in Philadelphia?
I have not seen the BP list. I don't know if he'll take BP. I was told he can pinch hit, which means you may see him on the field. I guess the word is he did get an injection, so I don't know if that's going to preclude him from taking some swings early that he could take later.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he'll take some work in the cage. But I know that they expect improvement, and he's available to pinch hit.
Is there a decision here to any degree where you're weighing, like a Kirk Gibson scenario, one-shot deal for him, or any consideration where you would shut him down and gamble that maybe we could have him if you go all the way to something? Is there a balance there you're trying to weigh at this point?
Well, that balance was prior to setting the roster for this series. I mean, you should never take anything for granted. If he was going to have a problem like he's having, then we really talked to him, and we really tried to be smart about activating him as even a pinch hitter. We just felt if he could pinch hit, that's a heck of a pinch hitter. And then he had that discomfort with that one swing. But if you mean Kirk Gibson, because he only took one at bat, but if we could have gone 7, Gibson would have pinch hit more than one time.
We have another one for Tony, and here in the center.
I wanted to get your reaction to being fined by Major League Baseball for your remarks the other day. do you think that what you said was worth the cost?
Well, I have no disagreement at all. As soon as MLB called, my response was whatever is imposed. You get no argument. I'm embarrassed that I crossed the line. I know what the line is. I got upset, and I crossed the line. And I get a chance, I will apologize to Jerry. I mean, like I said, I never had any problem with him. I know he's a pro. He has my utmost respect. I just, we were competing, and I got upset and crossed the line. So whatever they throw at me, I have no. Just take it. Deserve it.